Hey guys, what's up? It's Cameron, this is Cameron Music TV. I am here to talk about Mr. and Mrs. Cephas. Is that their last name? Cardi B and Offset. Y'all know it's the talk of the town right now. But I just got a couple things that I want to say. So if y'all didn't know, Cardi B and Offset, I did a video not too long ago about them breaking up, about her releasing some dry video about them wanting to get a divorce, or they've been separated for a while, and everybody's been speculating, are they going to get back together? You know, Summer Bunny then shut down her whole Instagram and has a crisis team, and you know, just all this stuff going on. But over the weekend, Offset, Cardi B, who's like the first female rap artist to perform at this Rolling Loud event, or maybe it was her first time, I don't know, first something. But she's working hard, you know, out there doing her thing, trying to keep her mind off of everything, and it's probably to a crowd that's chanting Offset's name or chanting, you know, get back with him or whatever. So she's trying to move through all the distractions. He stops her entire show and he comes out with flowers and he says, you know, I'm sorry, I love you, bruh. And Cardi did not look amused at all, and you know, most of us weren't. So let's just break this down, okay? So he's had this track record of obviously doing her crazy. He's been in the news. They've only been together publicly for about a year and a half, all right? And in that year and a half, she got pregnant, they got married, and so they moved along very fast. It's my understanding, you know, they're young. They're not over... I think she just turned 26, and either he's the same age, a little older, or a little younger. I don't believe he's that much older. So, let me just say, showing up to my job when I'm, you know, already pissed off, you already did me wrong publicly, so I'm trying to separate the two. My name and my brand is already associated with you because I'm on songs with you. You know, it's kind of hard for her to get away, period, because they're already tied together. And anytime he does something, anytime he says something that's disrespectful, or he's around too many women or anything, it gets back to her. And even if she doesn't come out to say anything, like... you know what I'm saying? So she's away, trying to get away from it all, and here you come at my job. And then the people who let him on the stage, the people who stopped the show, thought it would be a great idea to let him come on stage. And for me, it's just like, you know, Derrick Jackson was saying that it was expensive manipulation, and it is. Because you put me in a position that I don't want to look like, you know, a bitch if I don't let you come on the stage and do what you got to do. You know, my daughter may see this one day, and, you know, I don't want to look like I'm bitter, but then you still did something wrong to me. This is totally apart from anything that you're doing. This is me. This is what I'm trying to do to get myself going, and you just basically disrespected my whole set. Just come on stage, throw me off my mindset and everything. You couldn't, and I think he went out and partied after that. Like, it's not like he waited in the wings and watched her the whole night and paparazzi happened to catch him. It's not like he was front row at all of her shows for like a full week with like a I'm sorry shirt and paparazzi happened to catch him. It's not like, you know, like, I don't know what antics he tried. I don't know if he tried to get with Hennessy and, you know, ask her, what do I do to get your sister back? Or get with the mom and ask her, or just show up at the house. I don't know what he tried privately, but he released a tweet that said, you know, I embarrassed her publicly, and he released a video that was like, all I want for my birthday is a big booty. No, all I want for my birthday is, you know, Cardi back and my family back. But I'm like, you weren't thinking about none of this, all the plenty of many a times that you made her look a fool, and all of those times she didn't even leave. She just dealt with it in the news, and she's, you know, she said stuff, she tried to step up her game, and she tried to twerk extra hard on you and have phone sex with you and do all different type of stuff to keep you, and you just kept straying. So it's just like, what? Like, all you're doing with this public apology is further, to me, pushing her away, because now it's just annoying, and now it's just like abuse. Like, you want to get her to take you back, so you're going to use publicity. You're going to use the public to sway it. You know, people are going to say it's romantic because all these flowers and he just came to where you were at. But those are people with the rose-colored shades on. This is not romantic. It's just not. When you manipulate somebody's space and take control of their space to kind of sway the narrative, sway what you want to happen, that's not sexy. That's not romantic. And honestly, I hope Cardi has enough love for herself to see that the only reason why he's coming out like this is because he's being publicly dragged. And if she would have acted again like she was okay with it, you know, even if she wasn't okay with it, that's kind of how she made it seem. Like, we're married, I'm the one that he comes home to, he brings the girls back to me. If she would have did that, I don't think there would have been such a huge backlash, okay? So we got all that out the way. You got some of the background. You got what happened this past weekend. We got Cardi's confused look. So Cardi comes back with a response. And she's basically saying, you know, please stop dragging my baby father. Because even though, you know, I'm not a fan of what he did, he doesn't deserve to be dragged like that. You know, Pete Davidson came out. All this mental health talk is going on. I just don't think it's good to be dragging people on the internet. Fine, she's probably right. But then people thought that she was like caping for him, caping for her husband, saying like, basically saying in not so many words that we're getting back together. So then she had to come back out and say, you know, I'm not saying that we're getting back together. What do I think? I think they're getting back together. When you've been married for a year and you're pregnant, and you not even pregnant, and you have a child, and you're in the media, I don't even really know, I don't have no advice for you, because honestly, I honestly believe that, you know, even if you're not with someone for a very long time, before you get married, then you need that time to kind of get to know them before you introduce a whole new life within the fold. That is when you're not even famous. All right, you need to go through all the seasons, and I'm not talking about winter, summer, fall. I'm talking about when you got it, when you don't got it, when he got it, when he don't got it, or if both of you are she or both of you are he. But when the other mate doesn't have it, what do they look like? What do they look like when they're mad? What do they look like when they experience a loss? What do they look like when they're sad, when they're stressed, when they're happy? You have to be around for all of those emotions so then you can say you truly know a person. Because if you don't know all of those things, it's going to be a surprise to you when it comes around. What are you like when there's distance between us? What am I like when there's distance between us? What am I like when, you know, I don't have and I need, and can I depend on you? Can I trust you? Can I trust you with my emotions? Can I trust you? Like, it's a whole lot of stuff that go into it, and that's just a relationship. But then a marriage is like a bond. You two are together forever. And so I don't know that Cardi experienced all that. I mean, she very well could have, but a lot of her, when you're in the public eye, so to some people your relationship goals, and to other people they're just kind of looking at you like, girl, no, no, no. And she got pregnant. You know, she proved everybody wrong that she could get pregnant and still stay on top in the game. Was it hard? Was it stressful? Heck, yeah. And sometimes she showed it. But she was out there working until she was like 6 months pregnant, hiding the belly. Then she came right back out after she popped the baby out. And so I just don't know if they had the correct amount of time, or the allotted amount of time to really get to know each other before culture came and before they blew up as this like dynamic duo. All right, so let's talk about some of these responses. The Game. I saw The Game post a video. The Shade Room had reposted it like they love to do. And basically he was saying that Cardi B and Offset belong together. You can't have one without the other. They're like Jay-Z and Beyonce. Cardi B, please take your husband back. You know, I want to see you guys back on my timeline. So then, of course, we all dragging him in the Shade Room because it's just like, Game, you had the reality show where you were with like a kindergarten teacher, Tiffany or something, had beautiful children with her, and was engaged and couldn't go down the aisle because you cheated. And so even if you've learned the error of your ways, because that was at least 10 years ago, could have very well learned the error of his ways by now. It's kind of like, where is the advice for the man to not do this? Why is everybody talking to Cardi? You know, Kirk Frost is doing prayer hands and Offset's comments, and T.I., I don't know if he had something to say or people compared it to him. But it's like, all of these situations are women who have endured cheating. And so the man is telling the woman, take the man back for the good of your family. Because that's what all of their women did. That doesn't make it necessarily right. And how come nobody has advice for Offset? Why would you do something like this? Why would you put, and publicly, even if you text him or hit him up, you're publicly contacting Cardi. Publicly contact Offset. Because he's the one that did all this wrongdoing to his wife. He's the one that's causing this split. So speak up to him. Let him know, hey, don't do it the way that I did. If I could take it back, I would not have done the woman that I love like that. Because now my daughter is a little older. She can see that. My kids are going to grow up, T.I., my kids are going to grow up and see that I did their mother wrong over and over and over and over publicly, and spoke to her crazy and didn't want her to go back to singing something that fulfilled her. Like, it just blows my mind that these men are just like perpetuating BS. Like, let's just give Offset a pat on the back, because this is what us men do, especially men in the game, men in, you know, who are celebrities. This is what we do. So Cardi, just take us back. Just take them back, because this is what's going to happen. And so I just wonder, is this something that she just has to eventually accept? Because honestly, it sounds bad. If he was just cheating, you know, when he was on tour, if he had one specific side chick, or if he was, I don't even know. I just would not be okay with any of this. But if he was private, if he at least put on a good front, and she knew about little ones here and there, I mean, I would still have a problem. But that would almost be better than him just publicly, like, be all in the video, all on FaceTime with random girls. Like, did Cardi even have a chance to have that postpartum, you know, that feel where you don't feel pretty enough, where, you know, you gotta lose your weight? Like, did she even have a chance to feel that? Because it was like she was moving so fast. And I just, like, was he there for her within that? I don't know. What else I got? What else I got on these notes? Oh, his dad. So I guess Offset's dad came out on Facebook Live, and he was complaining about the backlash. He was saying that it was affecting his family, and, you know, Culture's picture wasn't supposed to be released until Offset put out his album, and, you know, that Cardi released the picture out of spite. How you gonna tell a woman that she released the picture out of spite of her own child? Like, I don't know what is wrong with the world. I really don't. But men basically can do no wrong, and the woman, you just put it all on the woman? It's just annoying. And I love T.I.'s music. I've come up on T.I.'s music. I love him as a person. Well, I did before I heard about his womanizing ways. Like, I loved him as a person. I love the way that he speaks, and he's so articulate, and, you know, he tries to get active in the community. And the Trap Museum looks cool. I love the Family Hustle. I love him as a father. But when I just see him in the way that he talks to Tiny, when I see how he handles the situations in interviews, he's not remorseful. And I think that's what's missing with Offset. He's not remorseful in the light that, you know, he loves her and he hurt her. Because I love you, bruh. He's not remorseful in that light. Because he's saying, I love you, bruh. He's saying, you know, I'm sorry that I embarrassed you. You know, he talking on the video, you know, I publicly embarrassed you. You know, I just want my family back. I just I'm just like, and a lot of people was just so pleased with this response. And it's like, I don't need no half apology like that. Because the woman that I'm raising and the woman that I'm becoming, I would not advocate for none of that. So the thing about Cardi B that I've always wondered, she's always said that she likes street dudes and she liked the antics, she liked all that. But I always wondered if that was just like a young thing. When you're younger, you like the bad boys. When you start to get a little older, you become a mother, you have other people to be concerned about, you start to be concerned about other things. And I'm wondering if she's kind of changing her mentality. Maybe the street dudes don't really entice her no more. And all this could be, they could be back together right now laying up. And it could be a huge publicity stunt. But this is just, it's not even really too much about Cardi B and Offset. It's just about us women and what we're gonna accept. When I see an example like this, it just puts me in the mind frame of so many times where you just decide to put self aside and take on whatever scraps he's giving you, because at least he's a man, at least you have a man. But you don't need a man that bad that you're just going to accept the scraps. Even in his remorse, even in his apologies. Like, you don't, no. You deserve better. Women, y'all deserve better. Men, y'all deserve better. If you're a man and a woman's doing you like that, where she just like, I'm sorry, buying you whatever, and still stepping out on you, still cheating on you. No, you deserve better. Now, if you're a type of person that you like all that, then go on with your bad self. But I just feel like, showing up to somebody's place of work where you're already trying to put on a poker face because of what you're going through, it is public, it is embarrassing, it is annoying, and you show up at my job like, I'm already up on this stage in front of all these people trying to put on the front like I'm cool. And then you show up, and if I start crying, it's going to look like I'm really hurt, so then I can't even imagine. I just can't even imagine. Well, I had to get on here and talk about it because it's a huge topic of conversation right now, but it just made me think about women in general and what we accept, what we're willing to accept, and how men kind of control that. You release a public apology on me, I'm going to get half and half. Half and half, and it seems like a 70-30. An overwhelmingly amount of people who are like, take them back is so sweet. And then the other half who's like, girl, know your worth. So leave down in the comments what you think about Offset, Cardi B, culture. Just what do y'all think about this situation? Let's talk. I'm Cameron, this is Cameron Music TV, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Oh, you guys want to see my jacket? My friend got it made for me in Korea. Can y'all see that? Cameron. And it has my brand on the back. Ain't that cool? Ain't that nice? Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.